questions. So just speak loud, but we'll get your questions answered. So anybody have a question for me and Joel? Right to the right, Nicole.
Man question.
From a man's perspective, how would you approach the ladies about the wraps about offending them?
That's really easy. It's Customer Appreciation Day. Here's a coupon. But honestly, I think that's one of the biggest fears is for everybody is blitzing. Because they think that you're going to hand them the card and they're automatically going to look at you and go, what, you think you're calling me fat? Or my favorite is, do you think I need this? And the best answer is, close. Not everybody needs it, but everybody wants it. That's the biggest difference about what we have versus everything out there, is not everybody wants to spend 90 days in a gym to see results. But when you tell somebody they can put something on and see results in 45 seconds, that is the Wow Blitz card. So you can use that too, 45 seconds Wow Blitz card. But see results in 45 minutes, everybody wants that. That was the whole reason why I got into this, because we own fitness franchises. We were taught, hey, you can't spot treat. I'm like, I'm going to go prove this wrong. And then 45 minutes later, I'm like, I'm going to be a millionaire. Because it absolutely can. So when you're going out and talking to people about it, just let them know that it's an amazing product that everybody wants, they just don't know it exists yet. So of course you're going to send out coupons, you're going to hand out stuff, because nobody knows about it. Even if they've heard something about it, then the next obvious question is, well, have you tried it? But guys, the other thing that you can do too is you can play the husband card or the boyfriend card or the significant other card and be like, yeah, my wife gave me these coupons to hand out and I can't come back home until I at least hand out 5 of them. Could you please help me out by taking one of these? And this is the only time I'm allowed to ask for girls' phone numbers, but I need to get your phone number so she can call and verify that I did what I was told to do.
That's true, you guys. I'm glad you shared that, because I was like, oh, I got to tell everybody what you did when we first started. Because we wanted money, but we needed money. So we did things that was very uncomfortable, which is blitzing. Could you imagine blitzing without a coupon?
Back in my day, we didn't even have blitz cards.
Back in my day, we blitzed without a coupon. So you can't tell me you can't do this, because I had sweaty armpits, and I still do. It's kind of normal. It's weird that we're doing this, but the coupons are so easy. And blitzing is asking. So blitzing is different than asking. I feel like you think you blitz, and you don't. I really don't think you do. And here's why. You think that everybody knows about this crazy wrap thing. So you have the coupon. Honestly, I want to see your hands. Who has the Wow Blitz card? Okay, so you guys take a look around the room. Stand up.
Your mind's going to be blown here in a second.
That is not very many people that have the Wow Blitz card. So you are not utilizing the Wow Blitz card. So I'm going to give you a tip of what I do. So everybody should be ordering a box of Wow now and go in and get your Wow Blitz card. Now you can actually staple a Wow packet onto your Wow Blitz card. Nobody knows about Wow, okay? So this is another way for you to blitz, and people are going to be like, I've never heard of that. Because maybe people think that it works as just a wrap, and they don't even realize that we have more product than the wrap. So it's another gateway for you to talk about another product. So I love that we have the Wow Blitz card. So now you have the samples that you can actually sample right on the spot, and we get loyal customers right on the spot, because what does that do? In not 45 seconds, but in 90 seconds they see results. And that's a little bit faster than the wrap, right? So I think you're going to have a lot more success too, knowing that you can incorporate this and put this out into play. Yesterday I did anybody see my post of the Wrap magazine? Yes. So use that. I think, when you look through and you flip through that magazine, you see stories of so many different people, because she's like, can you really do this? You see Melody McFarland in the magazine, she's in her 60s now, isn't she? So in her 60s doing this business. And then you have people that are 18 years old in the Millionaires Club, or 19, 20, something like that. So this is of all ages. So I love that you can utilize that and just share a little bit more about that. So that's something that you can use with the magazine. So Another tip that you're doing, or not doing, since we were on the blitzing, I apologize if this is going a little bit farther, but you're not getting their information. So this is what I love to do, is I say that I do a weekly drawing for a product of the week, and go ahead and write down your name, your email, and your phone number, and I can add an extra one if we connect on Facebook, because I do some fun stuff on Facebook as well. Because if you can get them to follow you socially, they're going to see that lifestyle and that fun that you're having.
And here's the best part of all. Every single person wins the drawing. You know what that's called? Follow up. Hey, you won the drawing. You get a free sample party. All I need is a date and 4 of your friends, and I'll bring all the stuff. You just need to have them confirm butts and seats. I'll bring the stuff. Next thing you know, you got a distributor, 4 customers. It's amazing. Your business grows. All because everybody wins every single drawing that you ever do.
And this is something, too, to remind you. So if I tell Joel, hey, you need to hand out 5 coupons for me today, put a sticky note on each coupon, okay? And then that's the reminder for Joel to get the information. So that might be helpful instead of you like panicking and you're handing it out. And you're like, yes, I just did that. And you walked away and you're like, hey, I could have got the phone number. I could have went a little bit further. So don't forget to do that.
And those things are valuable. So if they give you one of those crazy person looks, like 1 out of every 10 that you get, they just look at you like, and they mumble and you have no idea what they said. You go, oh, that's okay. This is super valuable. I'll just take it back. All of a sudden, you take that card back from them, and they're like, wait a minute. They mumble while they do it. Just saying, it's happened quite a few times. But once you take something away from somebody, now all of a sudden they become extra interested in it. Same thing happens with stuff at parties, too.
I was lost. I was thinking about something else. Yeah, make sure you have your steps to success. I love asking that question to every single person and going, do you think you know 4 people that might do this, become a loyal customer of yours? If they say yes, I actually hand them the steps to success. If they say no, I take it away, and that makes me think, okay, they're just going to be a loyal customer. Anybody that keeps it, I'm going to try to talk to them a little bit about becoming a distributor. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I'm always asking and trying to figure out a little bit more information that way. So blitzing is not scary anymore, is it? We are going to go blitz the map because you guys aren't doing a good job.
But did you die?
Okay, I almost did die. I'll tell you. I was scared, and I still was. And I was training a new distributor, and this is in California. And of course, they're all Barbie dolls. That's what I was thinking. And I walked in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like Nicole. She's so skinny. But I got to show my new distributor that I'm not afraid to blitz. And I handed it to her, and she looked at it and was like, do I look like I need it? And I was like, no. Okay. And she was so mean, though. I was like, I want to cry and die right now. So it happens to me. But look at where I am now, because I kept going on. So know that you will not die. You may think it, but I promise. And I was so mad.
And she was so confident, too, because of the fact that this was like the first week we actually had blitz cards. So she couldn't wait to get out and use it because she'd been going out sweaty armpits, no blitz card, just saying, hey, have you heard of that crazy rat thing? And then people look at you and then you're like, because you didn't have something to go, this is what it is, and this is what it does. So she was super excited, and then the first person that Steph blitzed was evil.
I got it out of the way.
It's okay. It's okay. Do it for you guys, right? So make sure you have March 11th. That is Global Blitz Day. That's coming up. So make sure that if you don't have your coupons, to make sure that you order those. And now there's a few tips that you guys should be doing, okay? Next question.
How do you get people to commit to come to a wrap party? Because I feel like that's a big struggle to actually plan it all together, and you do like the sample party, and then you have one person show up. Yeah, that one person can be a distributor or a loyal customer, but how do you get people to commit to come to a party? Yes.
So we're calling them sample parties, and people want to try stuff for free. It's just what they want to do. So I let them know, hey, invite 4 people and let them know I need a commitment because you're going to get a sample goodie bag for coming. So what does that mean? They're going to get to try the defining gel. They're going to try the greens. Maybe you have the greens choose that they're going to do. So these are all samples that they're going to get to do. You're going to do the Fat Fighter demo. Maybe you have the wow. So you have a few things that you're going to sample. So let them know. I need to know for sure to make sure that I have enough goodie bags for you to show up. You're probably going to get a lot more people to show up, and we do that a lot. And then I let them know if you want to sample a wrap, it's $25 as well. We can get a sample. Another thing that we've done is you can cut up the wrap, okay? Joel did this and I wanted to kill him. It's like, oh, what does he get me into sometimes? He said, babe, I donated a free spa party. I was like, what do you mean? Well, people bought a spa party like they did it for like school auctions, you know, different things. So he's like, I thought that'd be a great idea. I was like, oh, okay, well, I gotta give stuff away? That's what I thought I was doing. I was just gonna give stuff away. So what I did was I cut a wrap into 6 pieces, and I said, well, here's a sample of the wrap, and I did, like I said, the defining gel, showed a couple things, and then said, but if you want to upgrade to the full one, and I show the actual size of the wrap, it's $25 tonight. You can actually sample the whole thing, because I think you'll be more happy with the result than just that little piece, right? So I wrapped everybody, so I made cash, and everybody became loyal customers from that. And then I set another party, and I said, Joel, you can do that all day long. I love that you did that for me. So don't be afraid. Who has kids? Do you guys do school auctions? Has anybody ever thought about doing that? Oh my gosh, you guys are going to get out of here.
You guys are going to be so rich.
You know, so think outside the box a little bit. Have some fun. So what happens is now you just let them sample some things, and they become your customers, or they want to have a party to let other people try the samples. So I think you'll get a lot more people now.
I just wanted to add something really quickly to that. Good keyword is goodie bag, because people are like, I want to know what's in it, and free stuff. People love free stuff. They don't even know what free stuff is, but they will show up for free stuff. Free stuff could be a bag that's empty.
And you guys, really, if you're going to do these two during the weekends for me anyway, I don't know about you, but the weekends in Michigan are usually like we're busy and people don't want to have the party, so we'll do them in the week. And I say it only takes about 45 minutes to an hour to do the party. So then they think, oh, I can come for about an hour, right? People have an hour. You could take longer. Once they're there, they're not going to leave, so it's okay. You can take more time. Next question. Guys, come on.
Okay, so, sorry, my question, like, that everybody asks is, okay, so after I try the wrap and I get my results, what next? Like, what am I supposed to do after? And then I'm stuck. Like, oh, well, you know, we have other products to try. So, I mean, like, say, for instance, if they try, like, the greens or something, and, they get that boost of energy and stuff, and then they're like, so what next? Is there anything else,
So, I know where you're going with this, so you're the expert. So you're going to tell them what to do.
Okay.
So, even if you're a brand new distributor, you know more than that person that's asking you. You're just going to tell them, well, this is what I would recommend, and they're going to do it. So, if somebody says, I want to try the wrap, I actually tell them, well, I really feel like you're going to want the full, so you want to become a loyal customer, get the 4 for $59 as a loyal customer. And the reason why is when you go tanning one time, it works, right? You guys know that it works. But it did get you that golden brown that you want. No. So if you use the wrap, it works, right? So they're going to want to do more. They're going to want to do that full box to get that full desired wrap result. So I lead that way with it and tell them, okay, here's 3 questions that I'm going to ask you. What is your main priority? Is it weight loss? Is it energy? Or is it tightening? When they answer, say, well, actually I want to do weight loss, then what comes to your mind? Probably not the wrap, right? So we have awesome new packs that I would recommend and say, I would start with one of the packs because you probably really want to go for it and have the best results. So let's get you on the skinny pack or the system, whatever pack that you're really confident in, get them in a pack. And then say, the great thing about loyal is you're going to get that loyal price, and then next month, let's see if you want to continue with that pack, or maybe you fall in love with the greens and you just want to stick with the greens, but we can edit to what you want. Does that help?
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, how are you guys? Good.
Awesome. great question. I'm gonna let the realist answer.
So Joel was the dreamer. I was the realist. I totally understand this question. I'd actually get angry at Joel because we had done other things and we had owned fitness franchises, we had owned businesses, and he was always thinking, how can we make more money? We're going to be millionaires. And he's doing these things and they kept failing. And I'd get angry because what's the topic that you have fights with is money. And I was like, I'm not doing one of these things. Like, I'm going to divorce you if you sign me up for one more of these things. Like, we're not getting anywhere. Just give me a job and tell me what to do, and I will work. I am a hard worker. You can ask my daughter. You can say, my mom and dad, or your mom and dad are lucky. No, my mom and dad are hard workers. They will outwork anyone. So it's okay to be a realist, I think. But you also need to take this step. So what I thought about was, okay, I have these dreams and they can be small. I knew that I wanted that dream to be able to have my daughter go to any college that she wanted to go to without any debt. I didn't go, and that was just something I really wanted her to do. And how am I going to do that? This isn't working what we were doing. I was failing. And so I started putting these dreams out there and writing them down, which Joel, you guys, before it works, I promise you, he said he was going to be a millionaire before he was 40 years old, actually 35. He had, which we don't have yet, but we should, a supercar that he really wants to get, houses paid for. What else did you have on your dream board? You remember? You still have it, right? And I was like, that is...
I'll take a picture of it and post it.
Yes, that is a bunch of crap that he's dreaming. I just want...
One on there was to be home with my wife full time and our daughter. That was the number one. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap.
That was good. But what I soon realized is I needed, for me, the realist, is I needed to ask you, what is your dream? Because I know how to help you get to that income to make your dreams happen. So when I took it off of me and put it on to the people that are on your team, that meant that I was helping them become successful and making their dreams a reality. So then it wasn't about me anymore. I really needed to take that away because I thought I was being selfish. I was like, this is really weird. I want to hit these things. How can I do that if it's all about me? So once I took that off of me, then you'll be good. I honestly, at Double Diamond, we were stuck, you guys, at Double Diamond for a year. And we went to Dash as Double Diamonds because that's what you had to do. Crazy, right? There's like 30 people. And I looked around the room, and for some of you, you might have this moment. I didn't have anybody there with me. And I'm like, this sucks. I don't really like this feeling. Everybody's talking about they're going Triple Diamond and Presidential. And I couldn't write down what I wanted. And that was a big reality hit for me. Like, what am I gonna do? So I went back and I asked everybody, I said, what do you want? How much do you want to make? Because we didn't have the charts. And they said, well, I want to go diamond. So I actually printed off their diamond chart. I got them, theirs, and we went within a couple months, triple, presidential, and ambassador, all within 6 months. So when I decided it was about them and not me is when it started happening, and then your dreams start to go. So I think a lot of it is you just have to take it off and just realize you have to dream in order to do it. Or where are you going? I think that's a good question is, do you know where you're going? Do you really know? Do you have it written down? I think a lot of people don't even have that written down. So you need to write that down. Do you know that you're going Black Diamond ambassadors? Yes.
One of the best quotes from Jim Rohn that I ever heard is, you can get everything that you want in the world if you just help enough people get what they want. That's the whole bottom line. If you look at how this entire business model is structured, there is no I in network marketing. It's we. And the moment that you realize that it is all about helping as many people as you can, you will shoot up the ranks faster than you ever thought imaginable. Because of the fact that the focus is no longer on you, it's how can you change somebody else's life? How can you pour into somebody else? That's one of the biggest questions that people always ask, and I said this at the Black Diamond talk, was, what do you do after Black Diamond? Well, gosh, guys, there's so many more of you to help. There's so many more that aren't even in here yet to help. That we've got so much more work to do. How could I even stop? And that's the focus that you have to get. So when you're looking at your next promotion, up until about Diamond, you're on your own chart. But after you go Diamond, there really isn't a double Diamond chart. If there was, you'd be able to print it out in eSuite. I'm not talking about these janky homemade ones that you see posted in the team pages. If there was a double Diamond sheet, do you think it would be in eSuite? That's what corporate gives us. No, there is no double Diamond eSuite. Why? Because we know that we need to use somebody else's Ruby chart and somebody else's Diamond chart and somebody else's Emerald chart to get them to promote so that we promote. And that's how the rest of it works. After Diamond, it's no longer I, it's we.
You guys, I have a question to ask you. And maybe this is crazy of me, but do you ever look at those cars? Like, this was me, right? So I'd see a Range Rover, and I'm like, I wonder what they do. Is anybody else like that? Okay, so if they say, you ask them and they say, well, actually I'm a doctor, you're like, well, he can't teach me that because I am not very smart. I'm smart, but not book smart. So doctor is not going to happen. So, dang it. I asked the next person. They have a Mercedes. What do you do? Well, I'm a lawyer. Well, shoot, that's help too, because that guy you have to go to college. What?
Add a car in there.
Oh, okay.
Or you're at the hotel in Orlando and you're like, hey, there's a McLaren. I want to know what that guy does. There's the Bentley. I want to know what those guys do. And then you realize that they're in the NBA. I'm a little short for the NBA. I'm not going to work.
Then you go to the next person and you ask them, they have, what's another car? I'm not a car person.
Lamborghini.
A Lamborghini.
That's
And-
what Joel needs.
Okay. And they say, I am a rep for It Works. And guess what? I can show you how to do this. So I love that about this business, that I have a Range Rover and I'm the person that they're looking at going, oh, I wonder what she does.
Amen.
And I can teach them. You guys realize that? You have the ability to teach people how to become millionaires in this company if they're willing to do the work.
Yes.
All you have to do is work for it, guys. So I just had to share that because I've seen a lot of awesome cars down in Orlando, and that's probably why Joel wants to live in Florida, so we can actually have a nice car. So think about that. When you're going places, can other people share with you what they really do? Probably not. But you have this amazing opportunity that you just have to get out and share with them. Okay, next question.
Let's go one more question, guys. Yeah, let's hear from a guy.
Dude.
What's up, guys? You guys talk about the importance of self-development and how you feel self-development has helped you in this business.
Self-development. Okay, now what I'm going to say might hurt at first. Do not get self-help books. Because yourself sucks, so how could you help yourself? Self-development is completely different. Love that joke. Every time I hear it, I'm like, there's got to be a place that I can put that in. Self-development is completely different. You got to understand that there are mounds and mounds and mounds of books out there. If you are not reading, you are not growing. If you're not growing, you're not going to grow your team, because guess what? There is a thing called a leadership cap, which means you're only going to go as far as the cap of your leadership ability. So a lot of times if you're up in the ranks, so if you're at double, triple, presidential, and you've been stuck there for a while, you may have hit your leadership lid and you can't go any further. How are you going to do that? Through self-development. And by that, it's books on leadership, tapes on leadership. People even listen to tapes anymore? Audiobooks on leadership. Things that are going to expand your mind so that you can actually go past where you are. And I think a lot of times what people don't realize is that you're only as knowledgeable as the last book you read. One of the greatest things that Mark Twain ever said was, there's a difference between a guy that can read and a guy that can't read. But the guy that can read and can't has no competitive advantage of the guy that doesn't read at all. I mean, that's mind-blowing. If you have the ability every single one of you, to read something that could help you grow. Shouldn't you do that? Because there's people in other countries that can't do that and can't grow. You need to develop yourself into the person that you want to be. I have people that inbox me all the time. They're like, my leader is not a leader. They're no good. Awesome. Well, you should just develop yourself into the leader that you want. You want to be the leader of your team. So with that, the next question is always like, well, what do you read? Anything from John Maxwell. I mean, he is the authority on leadership. Just type his name into anywhere and you'll just see tons of stuff. But the other thing is it's great biblical-based leadership principles.
Yes.
Going back on why this business is so amazing. It's based on the great business model of somebody else back in the day. There's this guy named Jesus. He started out with 12 dudes. Those 12 dudes talked to 72 other dudes. Those 72 other dudes went out and started 144 churches. Those churches expanded into what you know as the modern church today. So that business model is basically how network marketing works. You sign up a couple dudes who sign up 12 dudes, who sign up 72 dudes, who make you go ambassador. Great. Keep using the biblical principles to build your business. So John Maxwell's an amazing one. Another great one is Jim Rohn. One magazine everybody in here should go subscribe to now is Success Magazine, because you'll get all sorts of stuff. They put books in there nonstop, quotes in there nonstop, things that will bring you further than you ever thought imaginable with just a paper magazine. You know, Us Weekly isn't going to help you, People isn't going to help, In Touch isn't going to help. Stop looking at them. Feed your mind with what is going to expand your capacity to be a great leader.
So with that, you guys, right now, you need to work though. There's going to be a time and a place where you need to focus that energy. And right now you have to create your momentum. We are in go fast mode. So yes, do that, whether it be 10 minutes, but it doesn't mean you have to go read the whole book and then you're not working your business. And Joel, do you need knowledge or work?
I'm glad you said that, because that was the next step that I was going into. So the best way to do that is, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. 15-minute chunks every single day. Why? Because the guy with knowledge doesn't win. The guy with action wins. So if all you do is go out Mach 2 with your hair on fire, ignorance on fire will always be more successful than knowledge on ice. So I want you to do, and then 15 minutes of filling your brain so that each day you get smarter and smarter, and the more that you're doing gets compounded by your knowledge, but it is always action, 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 action. But the best thing to do, 15 minutes, first thing in the morning, knock it out, because that makes the rest of your day go well. If you guys want to know how my morning goes wake up, praise and worship, leadership development, exercise, and then day. Why? Because I took care of all the major things first, so that anything else that comes along, I really don't care. Ooh, something crazy happens, that's okay. Did all the important stuff, we'll deal with this now. If you wake up first thing in the morning and look at your phone, you are in reaction mode all day long. So wake up. I like to say, if you're going to be working out, you might as well be listening to something. Don't listen to music. Listen to your audiobook while you're doing it. So now you knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. You can actually get 30 minutes of working out in and 30 minutes of audio time, because you're doing it at the same time. Combine your 15 minutes and you're golden.
You guys, before we're done, I think we're done, right? And thank you for staying, you guys. Wow. Know this. You have to go out and do the work. There's no other way around this. There's no secret sauce that Joel and I have. None of these amazing ambassadors, they did not sit on their butt and think that they worked. They got to work. I mean, 11 months. Which one was 11 months? I know you guys were like both lightning speed. So they didn't just post. They actually posted and then followed up and asked more, planting those seeds, continuing every single day to do these steps that matter. Are you willing to stay up an extra hour or 2? Are you? Are you really? Because if you're not, then why? Why are you doing this? Really think about that. So I believe that there's no secret. Just get out and do the work. Okay. Well, I don't know what you want.
I don't know what. Sometimes I don't understand
I'm like, you got so much amazing stuff, but you missed this part, so I'm just going to help you along.
Oh, okay.
See, I didn't even have to say it.
I got it now. So, you can tell I'm kind of all over the place, but it's okay. And you guys can do this business. So, 30 minutes. Most people don't realize if you are focused 30 minutes every day, you're going to get more done than thinking about doing stuff on Facebook and out and about than if you just power through 30 minutes. And how I realized this was the power behind it is because I love to vacation. I love it, but I love to make money too. So, how am I going to do both? So when I go on a trip to Florida, I'm going to get up an extra 30 minutes and actually follow up with people, message people, and drive them crazy. And then what happens is throughout the day, then they're following up with me, and I'm actually signing customers, distributors through my day, out and about. And you guys think magically, oh, Stephanie just signs distributors because that's what happens. No, I'm putting in that work because I'm focused and I want to go have fun. Does that make sense? So you can actually do focused. Right now, I would suggest doing focus 8 hours. I mean, who wants those bonuses? You guys, $340,000 for a brand new distributor. And I want you to think about this, is me and Joel have no bonuses. And we make a lot of money. So that's extra. That's so much extra money for you guys. So focus on that. Focus on going those ranks, and those bonuses are just extra for you. But really, really decide, are you worth getting up an extra hour? Are you going to do the things that scare you to death to make this work? And you will be up there because there's nobody up here that is different than you other than they put in the work. So, all right, Joel. Thank you, guys.
Well, that just reminded me of something too, so you guys are going to be here forever. Sorry. Based with that, you're worthy of doing all this work, but if any of you are in here thinking that, I'm not that good, I'm not worried about that, I shouldn't be able to do that, I want you to just go. I just wanted you to know, Mommy doesn't think that you're worth enough to be an astronaut. You definitely are not going to be a princess. If you're president, we're in trouble. You guys are not worth your dreams because Mommy's really not worth her dreams, and she really isn't going to work for her dreams to help you. So you can just go ahead and give up now. All right then. So what are you going to do when you get home? You're going to sit him down on the couch and go, guess what? Mommy's so awesome, she's going to go out and rock this business. You're going to get this diamond. When we get the diamond, Mom's going to go get you whatever this tree was that you wanted, because it's going to be a family goal, and us as a family are going to hit these, and we're going to go out, we're going to go fast. Crazy, right? We're gonna go fast. We're gonna go fast bonuses. Why? Because you guys are worth it, and Mommy's worth it, and Daddy's worth it. So we're gonna go out and do it. All right, guys. All right. Go fast.